Have you considered my servant, Stephanie Ann Duhon? By the authority of the Word and the authority I am submitted under, I pray a covering of peace to our family and friends. Mom, you are in the safest place, God's hands, arriving there at 2:15 a.m. on Thursday, June 27th. June 18th was the last conversation I had with Mom. She woke up for a bit and Dad called me. And I was able to tell her again she is my hero of faith and that I am grateful for the truth that she instilled in me and lived. I reminded her of the countless mornings she would wake us up early, vacuuming and praying in the Spirit or singing. I did not appreciate it then, but I told her, now I am very grateful. I was able to tell her that Jen, the boys, and I are stronger than ever. Jen is getting ready to release a book for our church. Caleb is doing well in university and is getting ready to tour with the Mattoon Youth Choir. Isaac is building custom homes and is ministering in various areas of our music department and has been handpicked by God to minister on drums for our daughter work team. I told her she should be proud. I told her she did well, and it was okay to go home. Dad started quoting the Psalms, and Mom quoted with him, and we prayed in the Spirit, and then she slipped away. Thank you, Dad, for calling me. My mom was born in Kinder, Louisiana, and grew up in the Lake Charles area in a day when being Cajun was not cool. At that time, Brother and Sister Merle Cornwell were pastoring at Living Way in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Sister Cornwell would pick up my little Cajun mama and take her to church. Mom would become a pastor's wife and one of the strongest women of faith I have personally known. She loved the Word and was a mighty intercessor. The older I got, the more I understood why the book of Job and the Psalms were her favorite books. She loved the pastors she sat under. Brother and Sister Robert Edgar in Vacaville, California, which is where me and Melanie were born. Brother and Sister O.L. Gunner in Sulphur, Louisiana. Bishop and Mother James Lashley in Peoria, Illinois. And Brother and Sister C.J. Whaley, and now Pastor and Sister Jim Manning in Manny, Louisiana. Also, my father, Reverend Charles Duhon, in Pekin, Illinois, and now in Pleasant Hill, Louisiana. She passionately loved God and family. Her greatest joy was being a wife, mother, and great-grandmother to her family, and a pastor's wife to their church. She was selfless with all that knew her. Mom taught me how to cook gumbo, make peanut brittle, sew, and crochet. She taught me the love of a garden and instilled in me the love of animals. She taught me you may be poor, but soap is cheap and sometimes free. She dropped out of high school to marry at 16, and I saw her go back and finish her GED and later graduate college. She would go on to a very successful career working for the Sabine Parish State's Attorney's Office in Manny, Louisiana, before stepping back into full-time ministry. Mom taught me to love the Word, and more importantly, she showed me how to live it. She taught me how to take feeling and emotion of the flesh and channel that into the Spirit, into intercession. The spirit of intercession has also been passed down to her grandsons, Caleb and Isaac. Mom, you taught me how to respond in the Spirit and not to react in this flesh by bringing into captivity and dividing every thought from the intent of the heart through the power of the Word, our two-edged sword. I pray this each day at the table of showbread. Undoubtedly, the greatest gift she modeled was submission to authority. She also exercised it well. She was lovingly referred to as a sergeant of arms when she taught at New Life Christian Academy in Peoria, Illinois. where Melanie and I attended, and later I served as full-time principal and youth pastor. Mom would call me several times a year to make sure I was submitted and submitting my family to the safety of spiritual authority. I can hear her now. Son, stay close to Brother Jeff, who is my pastor, and Brother Lashley, who's my bishop. She always concluded that conversation with making sure that I had a good roof over my family's head and good tread on our tires. Mom taught me to encourage myself with the Word and songs. Her talented accordion playing, as well as my dad's musical talent and heritage, has contributed to the musical talent of Caleb and Isaac and myself. Her grandsons, Caleb and Isaac, have both ministered with the music teams on mission trips with Apostolic Youth Corps. They have both been featured in the Peoria Journal-Star, which is our local newspaper, and the United Pentecostal Church International Pentecostal Herald magazine. Mom, thank you for showing me how to get out and dance in the rain when the storms of life come and wash the gullies out. These were some of our songs. Trust in the Lord with all of thine heart. I scream, you scream. Through it all, peace, peace, wonderful peace. Victory, victory shall be mine if I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battles. Victory, victory shall be mine. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Mom, without your influence, I would not have favor with God and man, nor the spiritual, positional, or relational authority in our family, ministry, and career. Mom, Dad, thank you for the apostolic heritage that I am passing now down to the 5th generation. Last year, when I dropped you off at the airport at the end of your visit to Illinois for Isaac's graduation, God spoke to my spirit. I knew that that would be the last time I would see you on earth. I have grieved your loss in waves since that day. On Saturday, June the 22nd, Jennifer laid hands on me in our living room and pled the blood over my mind, my spirit, and she prayed peace over me. Then the next day at our Sunday service, my pastor, Jeff Lashley, prayed over me, and I felt another confirmation of peace, closure, and preparation for impartation. My sage and my bishop, James Lashley, again confirmed many things over coffee and tea a few days later. The humanity in me has asked if this cup could pass. However, Mom, you taught me, nevertheless, His will be done. I have felt the brush of angels' wings on several occasions in the last few weeks. Caleb, Isaac, Jennifer, and I are strong in the faith and into the Spirit. Your grandsons are giants. Thank you for loving me. You and Dad raised a father who is raising fathers and not sons. Thank you for loving my family. We will see you soon, and we will finish well. I love you, Mom.